SkillStruct presents.
Hey everyone, thank you for taking the time today. First of all, I just want to honestly say I've seen all of the presentations and the audio and the programming, and it looks really interesting. So I'm excited to see what you lot come up with. Before we kick off, just want to say I've got Dolken, who is also a facilitator and part of the SkillStruct University network, who's going to be assisting me throughout today. So he'll be answering questions potentially, or even giving questions as well. Like I said, he's part of the network as well, and so he would just be a good pair of eyes for me to actually have a second opinion on a couple of things. First of all, round of applause before we get started. If everyone can go off mute and just give a quick round of applause just for everyone before we start, just for getting this. Well done to everyone. Now I'm going to share my screen. By now, you should all be able to see the screen. About SkillStruct University, most of you have seen what the challenge is, so I won't bore you with the challenge once again, but basically creating a product that helps what we do here at SkillStruct University. And so what are the criteria? So I said at the beginning, I'm going to let you know what the criteria is. So how the judges will be looking at the presentations is how much you focused on SkillStruct University, how your content or what you're presenting shows passion and conviction with the audience. What is your core message? Do you have one? During the tech prep, so good news, everyone's got a tick on that already because that's what we did at the beginning. And how much finally you've prepared. So before we get into the demo, we've just recently released a new video about SkillStruct University with one of our members who spent a few minutes talking about it. So I'm going to play that for you lot now.
Hi everyone, my name is Blessing, and today I'm just going to talk to you about what is SkillStruct University, what do they offer, and how it helped me to secure my job as a tech analyst at Accenture, and how you can join. So SkillStruct University is a virtual platform which helps people to improve their soft skills and also to learn new things about the industry, and also teach them how to navigate into the industry world. In particular, it helps fresh graduates that are looking for internships or graduate opportunity. SkillStruct offer many services that are for free, you don't have to pay for anything, and they offer services where you can improve your skills, when you can learn new things, especially related to the tech world. And also there are many consultants coming from the top tech companies that will help you or inspire you to improve yourself, and also to gain more experience and insight on what are their day-to-day tasks. Personally, SkillStruct University has helped me to secure my role as a tech analyst at Accenture, and basically the way it helped me was to improve my curriculum vitae, my CV, and also to improve my interview skills, because I wasn't really, let's say, I wasn't really good at interviews, because I was doing interviews back to back, and I didn't understand how important was to express or show the interviewer your skills and your experience, in particular your experience. So never give for granted, never take for granted the fact that the interviewer might know your CV from head to toe. So SkillStruct is an amazing platform for fresh graduates, for students in particular. They go to universities to host talks, and they even host different activities like a hackathon that recently launched. You can join basically going to skillstruct.com, where you will have to fill on a form, and everything is for free. And you can find SkillStruct on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, and yeah, Make sure to follow us and see you later.
It's time for the demo. So I'm going to stop presenting.
Okay, so can you guys see?
Yep.
Cool. So before I start the demonstration, I just want to do like a brief explanation of what this project is. So this project is basically a chatbot. It makes use of, it's using Java programming language, and it makes use of a TCP connection with the client server model. So essentially what you would have is the server will send messages to the client will respond, and depending on how it responds, that user will see different information. So it's basically about the SkillStruct network. So it's like a way for someone to find out what this network is about, with some kind of summaries and stuff like that. So I guess I'll get started, I guess. Yeah, cool. So firstly, run the server. So this is listening for a connection on port number 20111, and I'll run the client. Okay, continue anyway. So when you run the client, this is the initial message you get. So this is your virtual assistant at SkillStruct. So I'll just put this up a bit. So what happens is you have a bunch of options you can press, which give you different information. So for example, if we start by pressing 1, so essentially it tells you some information. Technology consultancy firm. We specialize in building underrepresented tech and early career talent, and provide young people with an interest in technology a virtual network called SkillStructUniversity. This information was taken by the website, by the way. Yeah. So, for example, now if we did, let's say you press number 2, see the variety of services we have on offer. So for the individual, we offer services to help improve your chances to kickstart your career. We give insights into our experiences. So the services we can offer. So what I did was I modeled this as a table. So it's, so hold on one second, I just moved this. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's like a table kind of format. Makes it a bit more presentable as opposed to just having everything down as text. So the first thing is career coaching. So we provide a career coaching service assisting our clients in identifying personal goals, leadership skills, and career moves. And so we have here establishing equality virtual networks. So what this is basically a summary of each of the services that SkillStruct offers, in a way that is more visually appealing than just having straight text. So quality mentoring programs, early careers pipeline, quality workshops. And so after each option, you have options or anything else that you need help with. So you can select the other commands as well. So say, for example, if you wanted to support SkillStruct, so what we have here is a hyperlink, and if I click on this, it goes on the support page. So you make a donation or whatever you'd like to do. Yeah, and then so the last option that I have, well, I have one more option after this. What's happened here? This thing. I'll just reset this quick. I'm not sure what's happened. So okay, so I'll press 4. So you can get in touch here. That will take you to the contact page over here. And then the last one, for example, if you wanted to exit this, so you press 5, so it's goodbye. So you can see here it closes the server, and then you'll close the client as well. So that is, yeah, so that's my presentation. I guess there's time for questions. if anyone wants to ask any.
Hi everyone, I'm Satya Chandralingam.
I'm Pukalarsan Alagvel.
And we are here to present our suggestion about how SkillStruct University can use technology and social media effectively to promote. So before we accept the challenge, we thought we should know about SkillStruct University. So what we found out from the research was SkillStruct University is a virtual network which helps motivated young people to learn and gain access to key tools which could help them navigate the industry by utilizing developing technology.
Our suggestion: use technology to create a mobile application for SkillStruct University. Use social media to promote SkillStruct University.
So, why we suggest SkillStruct University to create their own app? As we all know, current generation love to play with technology and they also love to explore the technology. Therefore, our first suggestion was creating an own mobile app, which is an ideal consideration because having an own app helps the users save time and easy accessible.
What we meant by time saver and easily accessible. Time saver rather than browsing in Google every time for needed information about SkillStruct University. People can download the app in one go and use it whenever they need from wherever.
So, how SkillStruct could get benefit from creating an own app for themselves? By creating an app for themselves, SkillStruct could take their services to the next level, where the motivated and interested people have access to both browsing services and apps as well. Also, this may help SkillStruct University to attract new users.
For example, improved services, fast response for customer queries within 24 hours.
And there is no better time than now. What we meant by there is no better time than now was that we all know we are living in a virtual world where most of the people, including us, working from online, like studying from online, just from our home. So therefore, people would love something which is very handy and easy accessible. What we meant by easy accessible is having an app in a mobile saves time rather than browsing in Google. And thank you for your valuable time. Hope this suggestion is helpful. And do you have any question for us?
I will move on to Adham and Sam.
Is it showing?
Yep. So whenever you're ready, we'll start the time.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to our presentation on the chatbot that myself and Adham coded together. We decided to code this chatbot as we believed it gave us the ability to demonstrate our coding knowledge with like quite a high room for expansion and an ability to demonstrate our coding knowledge to the maximum, as well as showing our understanding of the services that SkillStruct offers. For this, we had to research different chatbots and came up with the idea of using dictionaries to link keywords that a user would input in their sentence with a phrase that would correspond appropriately. For this, the research that we conducted involved looking into the services that SkillStruct offered and creating matching dictionaries to each service. We've also incorporated features that cover when the user might not be specific enough with their request, and I will cover that. And we calculated that the time complexity for our program would be completed in O(n)(n)(2). Adham will now type in some phrases that we can demonstrate our code with. So if you want to do the first phrase, Adham, that would be, just as an example, I would like to join the SkillStruct University network. So you can see chatbot greets you when you first open it. There you go. As you can see, the bot replies with a link, and that link takes you to the form on the website that allows you to fill it in and complete the application. And you can see the bot asks for anything else. And just to demonstrate how the dictionary works, we can be a bit less formal, and I can type in SkillStructUniversity network, just to show, but it doesn't have to be a full sentence. What that does is, because it doesn't have the word join in it, it incorporates the keywords there, but if you include in your sentence, you can further, you can get to the next level of the dictionary, if that makes sense. So you can get the program understands what you're typing. So just to demonstrate that, if Adham would like to do one of the 3 bullet points, as you can see, just by typing join in now, it links you to that same website, that same page. So let's move on to a different dictionary that we've included. Let's look at events. Please, Adham. That's not meant to happen. Perhaps it's event. There you go. And as you can see, again, you get that different layout of all the different options associated with it. And just to demonstrate how the dictionary works, if you type in final year projects, you can see that will take you to the page that corresponds to the form for final year projects, the event. So we're just going to give for the next input, we're just going to give a little case study. If the user would like to go to an event regarding interviews, we've got interviews as its own separate dictionary. So if they'd like to receive a service for interview preparation, we've got that. But if they wanted to attend an event about an interview, that might cause conflict, but we've sorted that. So if Adham would like to do interview events, that does not work. The problems of doing it live. There you go. I understand you're asking a question about interviews. So interview events, it doesn't quite understand that, because that is under the, it's like, how do I explain it? It's more or less, it's like not really the correct way to say it. So perhaps the best way to do it is to go to the events dictionary first, and then go to interviews through there, which we might have already coded for. If Adham would like to show the how to just quit the program, exit, or stop, or anything like that, it's quite easy to quit the program like that. We've also got synonyms for the word exit, so stop, goodbye, etc., just to close the program. And we'll just end with one final example to show that the input from the user is not case sensitive, or it depends on punctuation. So if Adham would like to do something with punctuation in it and no caps, or anything, so it's not cap specific. There you go. As you can see, it's not dependent on punctuation or grammar or capital letters. So that's the end of our presentation, and we welcome any questions that you might have.
Good evening, everybody. We are presenting the topic of how to engage young people with SkillStruct. This presentation is made by Gursparsh Kaur, Gurnoor Kaur, and we have one more member who is not available today due to some family emergency. Youth. Youth are a significant group in the world. It is quite a fact that the people of age 15 and 24 have the population of 1.1 billion in the world. That concludes to be 18%. So that is the reason we have chosen this topic. Youth today focuses on mainly engaging towards branding, number one, social media engagement, as well as guidance.
starting off with the first, branding. Branding plays a major role in any of the things and engaging youth all over the country. So coming on to the branding, the key points included in branding are the first is organizing global hackathons and assessments. Hackathons and assessments plays a major role, and organizing global hackathons could engage a youth in a large amount. Excellent sponsorship with other small institutions could help in advertising. Sponsorship is one thing which everyone searches for. Language-based workshops could be conducted. There are many people who want workshops in their regional languages so that they could be engaged and get to know about the SkillStruct University. The other thing is campus ambassadors could be involved in from many different institutions. Looking on to the youth in the colleges and all, campus ambassadors plays a major role in connecting the students of their colleges to the university. SEO and blogging could also be helpful. The benefits branding includes are it allows to share knowledge, attracts talent, loyalty awards and freebies could be rewarded to the students, and it also has an engagement push.
Second one, social media engagement. When we talk about social media engagement, there could be several things that could be done. Like we have many platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn nowadays. Customers could be kept in spotlight, and we could also create memes, education memes that can engage many of the users. We can also do social polls for people to know their needs and what the users are demanding or what they want to learn. Including milestones could be shared, and ask me anything sessions could also be conducted, along with creating hashtags that could just be for the SkillStruct University based.
One of the major things youth searches for is guidance. Having a proper guidance is the most important thing one wants. So guidance plays a major role in engaging youth to any institution. Under the guidance, the following things could be conducted. Get to know sessions. There are many people who don't know about SkillStruct University. So get to know sessions could be conducted to engage young people. Mentor guidance. Mentor guidance plays a major role in upbringing of someone. So mentor guidance also gives a personal touch to someone. Giving personal attention can also be helpful to the youth for their upliftment.
With this, we will conclude our presentation, in which we involved branding, that is connecting with different current events that might be held worldwide, like hackathons or assessments could be arranged upon like the pandemic that has held. For that, we can arrange hackathons and assessments. Moreover, we could also team up with different brands and make campus ambassadors in different institutions. Social media engagement was also talked, in which we talked about different platforms and how we can engage people through that. And at last, we also talked about guiding the users with mentor sessions and personalized training as well. Thank you.
As a SkillStruct University member, I really want to get your thoughts on who you think deserves the People's Choice Award.
Out of all the four presentations that we had from coding and presentations, I will choose number 4. And number 4 was the presentation one. And the reason why that one was really good was it was simple, it was straight to the point. It had a lot of moving images as well as icons. It made, as a person, it made me very focused on the screen and it made me want to listen to the user while they were talking in the background. When the users were speaking in the background, it made a lot of sense. It was, it was very passionate. It was confident about the different brandings, and they did their research. They knew about it. Yeah, I think it wasn't long. It was concise. It was consistent.
I think the first person should get the prize, because I really enjoyed of how they were able to create a console that could help you navigate around the website, and it's very simple and convenient.
I would say the award deserves to go to the third presentation. I like the layout of their chat box. I like the initiative behind the chat box, and the delivery of the demo was to a good standard.
Thank you for being a judge for the hashtag SkillStructUniversity Challenge 2021. Who do you think deserves the best presentation, and who do you think deserves the best program?
So for the presentation, I thought number 4 was the best for me, mainly because I thought their content was spot on and they were more engaging.
So for the best programming demonstration, I've chosen number 3. I felt like they provided such a great introduction, provided such great context, able to level set. The demo was clear and concise. I did notice a few hiccups during the demonstration, but you were able to navigate your way through that and pick up where you had left off.
Overall, I thought they put more effort into the bot framework, and it won for me.
What I would be looking for in a chatbot would be for you to separate the responses and the sort of the data that drives the text of the conversation out of code and turn that into configuration. So you're rather than in a sort of traditional application build today, you might have separate people writing code from the people that are putting the content together for that app. And so building your responses into config in a text file or an ini file or something that you load in at the beginning of the application starting will allow for changes to the content to take place without having to change the software and recompile the app. So that would be the thing that I would look at as a next step on your learning journey there. But otherwise, great job.
It sounds like you prepared well for this session. And you also provided some context around SkillStruct, which I felt was really good. You know what? I really like the passion and engagement from presentation number 2, if I'm being honest myself.
The main thing that I would say when you're giving a presentation is that if you put a lot of text on the screen, the people that you are presenting to are just going to stop and read that text. And so it sort of breaks if you're talking about something different, that sort of breaks the flow for the viewer, because they're trying to listen to you, but actually they've just been presented with this text that they're looking at, and that sort of just knocks them out sort of mentally.
So look, we've spoken to the judges. Unfortunately, you weren't able to win a competition this year, but we still want to send you something in the post, so expect that very soon. Congratulations on winning the best programming demo at 2021 SkillStruct University Challenge.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm just glad all the time that we put into this actually produced something or actually amounted to something. Yeah, awesome. Happy days.
After careful consideration, the judges have decided that you've won this year's SkillStruct 2021 University Challenge with the best presentation. So how do you feel?
Wow, I'm very excited. Thank you so much.
It's actually great. We never thought of it. And we were always nervous during the presentation, but yes, judges helped us to go through it, and it was an amazing experience.
Hey, having spoken to the judges, it was fairly close between yourself and the other programming demonstration, but just about the other team picked it. Commiserations, but congratulations anyway. At least you won the People's Choice Award. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, no, I'm really happy that I was able to, take the 3rd place, although obviously I'm a bit disappointed I didn't get 1st place, but I feel like this experience has been really valuable for me. It's allowed me to have feedback from my code from some of the top employers. Also as well, learning about how to navigate my career, how to make the most out of feedback. I think that's been very valuable for me. I feel like overall this hackathon has allowed me to learn how to leverage my skills and how to present them in a way that will go well towards employers. So I feel like overall it's been a very valuable experience for me, and I'm really happy to have been a part of this.
What I will say finally is to let's stay connected, regardless of, what happens here. Hopefully you'd have learned something from this hackathon. I'm still interested in trying to support any way that I can and the network can in terms of, your career journeys. We have quite a few events coming up in the autumn. We are coming to our season close as a network, and we'll be kicking off a lot of events again in September. So if you'd like to sign up and actually join the SkillStruct University network, you are welcome to do so. This is the hashtag SkillStruct University Challenge 2021. You are the participants, and I'm closing this call. Thank you all again. Just before we close, just a round of applause for everyone. Again, just give a round of applause to everyone. Everyone worked hard, so we all deserve it. And yeah, we'll stay connected soon. All right, thank you all. Have a good one.
Cheers, thank you.
This is a SkillStruct presentation. If you like what you hear and see, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.